Can you hear me now? Test, 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 test. If you can, tap in yes. If you can hear me, test, test. Hey, what is going on? I want to welcome all of you in. I decided to go live. How are all of you doing today? I want to bring in some good energy. I'm going to talk about driver's education, so I want to welcome all of you in. Hopefully you're having a great evening today. If you can hear me, just type in yes. I just want to make sure I got the audio right. Hopefully everything is good. If you can hear me, tap in yes for me. All right. We got some people coming in. I want to welcome you in. So what we're going to talk about today is how to reduce anxiety, what you need to do to become a safe driver. Those of you who don't know me, I'm a state certified driving instructor, and I want to welcome all of you in, and hopefully you're having a good evening. And I'm really enjoying this, so I want all of you to enjoy it too. So let's talk about this. It's perfectly normal to feel anxious when you drive, okay? If you have questions, type them in. And especially when there are bad drivers around on the road. So what I need all of you to do is listen to these essential skills to be successful, to be a safe driver, and to do your best. If this is bringing you value at the end, give it a like, drop some diamonds. So let's go ahead and talk about it. Practice defensive driving and remain alert and anticipate dangers that do happen. A lot of people are out on the road, and you got to be aware. You got to be a safe driver. And that's extremely important that you are aware and that you're a safe driver. I want to really emphasize that to you. Awareness is very important. Safe driving skills are important. If you have questions, type them in. I'll also answer your questions. Tell your friends that I'm live. I feel comfortable driving at 12 o'clock. That's okay, as long as you feel comfortable when you drive. And there are different ways to turn the steering wheel. There's 9 and 3. There's 10 and 2. There's 7 and 5. So you have to find what feels comfortable to you. That's extremely important. So you're going to learn from your instructor. That's me. You're going to learn from your parent. You're going to learn from your guardian. You're going to learn from people around you. Okay. If you can hear me pretty good and the volume's okay, just type in yes. I'm still adjusting the setup, so I want to make sure that I'm good. As you guys type in questions, I'm going to keep reviewing information. You want to start with familiar areas, right? Your neighborhood, going to school, school to home, home to school. That's extremely important because you're going to gradually gain confidence when you drive, okay? And when you gain confidence when you drive, you're going to be extremely successful. That's extremely important. If you have questions, type them in to the chat and I'll read it. I want to welcome you in. I'm a state certified driving instructor. I teach teens and adults. I'm here to answer your question. The topic tonight is driving anxiety and how do we handle that? Thank you for the rose. That really means a lot. I'm going to be on a while. My neighbor taught me how to drive a semi-truck. That's awesome. I do want to learn how to drive a semi-truck. Thank you for the roses. I do want to learn how to drive a semi-truck because I think that would be an excellent experience. There is a shortage of semi-truck drivers. So if you want to learn how to get your CDL Class 1, CDL Class 2, that's a great opportunity to really set up your future. I do follow a lot of content creators who are semi-truck drivers. They drive around the world. They're very independent. They're independent businessmen and businesswomen. So it's a great opportunity. I mainly do teens and adults, road test prep, driver's education, in-class, in-car. That's kind of my area, but I'm always wanting to try new things. So that's a great question. I'm learning how to drive, but I always zone out. I think what you need to do is have your air conditioning on, have your window down a little bit to keep your energy flow going. If you get tired or lose focus, take a break, get out of the car. Great question. Keep those questions coming. I'm here live. If you can hear me, give me a thumbs up. Type in yes. Let's keep those questions coming. As you guys tap in questions, I'm going to continue to go over how do I maintain the same speed when driving. You have to hold your foot on the gas gently. If you push too hard, you're going to increase your speed. If you don't push hard enough, you're going to slow down. A lot of beginning drivers just lay their foot on the gas pedal. If you lay your foot on the gas pedal, you won't increase speed. Great question. Keep asking those questions. I'm here for you. As you guys put in questions, tell your friends, drop diamonds, drop likes, drop hearts. I'm going to continue talking about some driving anxiety. You want to listen to some peaceful music. You want to listen to a podcast. It's nice to have that on in the background. You don't want it blaring, because if it's blaring, you're going to be focusing more on the music instead of really driving. So I want you to just stay focused on the driving part and have that there to calm you down. And it's really about mental focus. I'm 38 years old. That's fine. There's no set age. Hey, I got to get my license at 16. I got to get it at 17. It depends on when you're ready. Everyone has a different maturity situation. We have different situations at home. Everyone has a different situation. Mariah, I can't keep my hands in 10 and 2, 9 and 3 and good, 9 and 3, 7 and 5. I have very long arms, so a 9 and 3 is good for me, but you have to move your seat forward and have it properly adjusted. Great question. Keep those questions coming. What's realistic speed? You don't want to go over speed. You want to drive with the flow of the traffic. As an instructor, I can't say drive over the limit. Hey, Jasmine, how are you? Where exactly should we stop at the stop sign? You want to stop before the stop sign. Great job. Great question, Jasmine. And then after you stop, you want to inch forward. It's called showing the car. You stop, then you move forward. You look left, you look right. When it's clear, if you're making a right, you turn into the nearest lane. If this is bringing you value, drop some diamonds, drop the gift. Keep these questions coming. In terms of the speed, you do not want to speed. It's going to build bad habits. You're going to drive really fast. So what I want you to do is drive safely, drive consistently. Keep those questions coming in. I'm going to continue to talk about anxiety. Consider driving lessons. It's okay. Mariah, it's like when I turn at 10 and 2, the wheel be gliding through. So, Mariah, you have to find a hand position and a steering wheel that's good for you, right? Thank you for the roses. Means so much. And I'm going to be on a while. If you guys can hear me, see me, let me know. 10 and 2 is okay. 9 and 3 is okay. 7 and 5 is okay. We know there's an airbag in the middle. So you have to be mindful of that. When you are driving, drive at a grip or position that is good for you. What if the sign, what if a car sign, let me read this. What if the car doesn't signal? You can use hand signals. This is right, this is left. You always should signal 100 feet in advance. This gives people behind you and pedestrians know what you're doing. If the car doesn't signal, you can kind of tell where the car is going. If you're not sure, wait for the car to go. Keep those questions coming in. If you're just coming in, I'm a state certified driving instructor. I teach teen and students. If you feel this brings you value, drop some roses, diamonds, gifts. I'm here for you. I set up the live on the computer, so I really want to bring you value. I'm always too far from the parallel park. Okay, Jasmine, you got to go in deeper at a 45 angle. Get closer to the curb, then turn the wheels back all the way to the left. You should be 12 inches or less away from the curb. You got your driver's ed instructor here. I'm here to help you. I'm here to answer your questions. You type them in, and then we'll go from there. Do you have any specific car or brands you really like to drive? I like the SRT Jeep. I like the Trackhawk. I'm an SUV guy. I had a Trailblazer SS. Those are nice. So I don't know if the speed limit is on the driver's test. You always have to drive at the posted speed limit for the driver's education test. If you go over, you could be automatically failed. Great job. What's up, Bailey? How are you? Okay, keep those questions coming in. As you ask questions, I'll read some more information. Consider taking driving lessons. That's okay. I teach teens, I teach adults. Everyone is a little bit different when you learn how to drive. Everyone has a different experience. Example, some of my students haven't driven in a couple of weeks. So as a result, they are a little bit inconsistent, right? And when you're inconsistent, you tend to get a little bit nervous and you don't do as well. So you have to take your time. And when you take your time, you're going to be consistent. Ask more questions. I'm here for you. Keep asking those questions. Also, have a driving partner. Have someone that can help you, support you, your bestie, your friend. It's always nice to have a good friend with you, to help you, to support you. How much is the ideal space to keep between me and the car? You want about 6 to 8 feet. You don't want to hug. You want to have space around your vehicle. I say it, have good speed, have good space, and a smile. Keep those questions coming. Also, I want to continue. Having a driving partner is fun. Having your bestie is fun. It's always nice to have someone you grow up with, middle school, high school, college, because you two together can conquer the world, conquer everything. It's always nice to have someone who's going to give you honest feedback. And that's what you want to have. You want someone with honest feedback, and you want someone who's really going to support you. If you haven't followed me already, you need to do that when you're done. What I'm going to be doing is going live daily in this format so I can really see your questions and I can help you. Type those questions in. You have a chance to ask me questions, and then I will definitely help you the best I can. If this is bringing you value, a diamond, a gift, a like. So keep asking questions. As you ask, I'm going to keep going on. Next, focus on your progress. I think a lot of us focus on leads. I wish my parents let me drive my own, but everyone is different. If you're driving mom and dad's car, you're going to have to do what mom and dad wants. You can't be cool and drive with one hand. You can't be having the music on too loud. You've got to prove to your mom and dad that they support you. You have to come in on time. You have to clean the car up. It's got to be smelling clean. Have the car better than you got it when you show home, because your parents are going to look in the car. They're going to check for stuff. So have the car clean. Clean it up. Okay? Ask those questions. How long do you think it takes to learn to drive? Anywhere from 3 to 6 months. It depends on how old you are, how busy your schedule is. I love the questions. Keep those questions coming. If this is bringing you value, drop some roses, drop some likes, diamonds. Hi, my dad lets me drive the truck and I get permit. All right, that is good. Drive that truck. Drive it. You're going to drive it. You did a great job. I'm so happy for you, and I told you I would go live, right? And I'm just setting it up, and I'm happy to talk to you. So, Reese, work hard worker. You will do well. Keep asking those questions, guys. I'm here for you. When should you take your road test after getting your license? I would say anywhere from 30 days to 45 days, because if you're fresh off of practicing and you're over 16 or you're over 18, you need to practice parallel parking, merging on expressway, right turns, left turns, lane changing. You need to feel comfortable doing these maneuvers. Important maneuvers are making left-hand turns, yielding for oncoming traffic, merging on the expressway. Keep those questions coming. If this is bringing you value, drop some diamonds. I want to keep going. Also, focus on your progress. Celebrate your learning. Whenever I finish with my students, I always go talk to the parents. Hey, your son or daughter did great. They parallel parked. Oh my God, they parallel parked. They love to hear that. I'm a very positive person, as many of you know, and I'm blessed to be here. And I want to continue to grow. I want to continue to elevate. Tell your friends that we're live right now. Have them come in. Okay, really important. Keep asking those questions. That's super important. Share it out with your friends. Also, I want to continue. Remember, anxiety is in driving is common. Okay. And I want to encourage all of you to take one step at a time, be patient, and do your best work. It's always a process, it's always a goal, and it takes time. And when you are starting to learn to drive, it's very overwhelming. Driving to a metro area, driving out to the country, driving in the rain, driving at night. Okay, keep those questions coming in. Hello, Nicole. Hello, EU. I want to welcome all of you in. We're talking about driver's education. Ask some questions, drop some diamonds, drop some likes. I want to continue to bring you value. We're talking about anxiety and some of the things you have to deal with. Okay, hello, Nicole. How are you? I have the chat on so I can see your comments. What is your advice when driving by yourself first time? Drive during the day. If you drive at night, you're going to be overwhelmed. It's kind of scary. It's hard to see. Once you get comfortable driving during the day, practice driving during rush hour. You're going to be overwhelmed. You're going to have a lot of people, right? Then once you get comfortable doing that, practice driving before it gets dark. Then once you feel comfortable with that, practice driving when it gets a little bit later in the evening. Okay? Hey, Lauren, how are you? So you have to feel comfortable in your own skin. You follow me? So great question. You have to take it in steps. And a lot of times when I'm driving with students, they get overwhelmed. Right now it's the summer, it's to get dark to 9:30, but in the fall it's going to get dark at 7:30, 8:30, 6:45. I'm in the process of getting my license. My biggest setback is anxiety. Well, Nicole, we're here talking about it. You need to have your best friend with you, Nicole. You need to drive during off-peak hours when it's not busy. Don't drive during rush hour, right? Be patient. Start driving in your neighborhood, making right turns, left turns. What's up, Moonlight? What's up, Harper Grace? Take your time. Take one step at a time, okay? That's my advice to you, Nicole. Nicole, if this is bringing you value, a diamond, a like, a heart, glitter, keep asking those questions. We all have anxiety. What is the reason I became an instructor? Love it. I love cars. I'm an automotive enthusiast. I love helping people grow. I love helping people get better. I love the question. And it's very fulfilling. There's always a need for driver's education, and I'm blessed to help. I always want to grow. My challenge is I want to keep making every class I teach better and better and better. Kind of like Deion Sanders, you want to elevate. What's up, Monster? What's up, Mo? Great question. Thank you, Nicole. Keep popping those questions in. You guys are doing great. Share it with your friends. What if I want to drive by myself but only have my permit? Driving with others gives me anxiety. Okay, start by yourself. The more people you have in a car, the more likely you are to not focus on the road. If your friends are not paying attention, then you got to get them out of the car. Only have one or two friends in the car, ones you can trust who will listen to you. If you have people in the car who don't want to listen to you, then they're going to be distracting you. Okay? Great question. What's up, Samara? Keep putting those questions in. Okay? Put them in. I'm here to answer. Do small cars have risks of accidents? Yes, you want a larger vehicle. The more metal you have around you, the safer you will be. Great question. But if you have a smaller car, that's okay too. You want to be mindful, keep a lot of space. When it's raining hard, it doesn't matter the type of car or truck. It's about your speed control. It's about how good your tires are. It's about how good your windshield wipers are. If I were you, I would get fresh new windshield wipers. I would make sure my tires are in great shape, that you have good tread on there. So when it rains, your tires can grip on the road. You do something called hydroplaning. Hydro is lift. Hydro is water. Plane means to lift. Your car will be riding on water, and that's not good. What's up, Betta? Keep those questions coming. What's up, Booney? But I can't drive by myself, just my permit. Well, if you're going to you need to have someone 21 or older. The reason the permit phase is there to help you drive and practice. How do I get over anxiety? You need to drive during off-peak hours. You need to drive in familiar areas. You need to take a breath and realize other drivers are not driving defensively. If this is bringing you value, drop a diamond, share with your friends, follow me if you haven't already. What's up, Ree? Okay, so the reason the law is set up, you need to have someone 21 or older who can give you advice. It's like if we went on a virtual drive, I would tell you, make sure your seatbelt's on. I would make sure your seat is adjusted properly. What's up, Ethan? What's up, Steph? What's up, Kay? Make sure your seatbelt is adjusted. Make sure your center mirror, your side mirrors are adjusted properly. We would start in the parking lot. I want to see how you turn, hand over hand in, hand over hand out. Once your steering is on point, then we're going to get in neighborhoods. We're going to make 12 right turns. What's up, Kenny? What's up, Nicholas? We're going to make 12 right turns, 12 left turns. I want to see you be consistent. And once I see you consistently turning in the correct lane, then we're going to go on some main roads, but not a lot of traffic. We're going to take our time. And once you take your time, you're going to learn how to drive and be more consistent. Put your questions in. I will definitely answer them. IDK, I take my driver's license test in November, but no one has let me practice. You have to practice. If you don't practice, you won't be prepared for the road test. You won't know what to do. And you're going to have a lot more anxiety because the tester will just simply sit there with a paper and they're going to tell you make a right, make a left, turn here, and then they're going to evaluate you. When you look at my content, I'm going to show you how to turn, how to drive, and then the things you need to do. Drive at the speed limit, turn in the nearest lane. What's up, Robert? Turn and accelerate through. You have to look left, right, left. Your tester has to see you doing that before you go over the railroad tracks. They have to see you look left, right, and left. When you merge on the expressway, you have to have your blinker on. You got to check your mirror. You have to look over your shoulder. If you don't look over your shoulder, what's up, Rafa? If you don't look over your shoulder, then you're going to lose points. I like that question. Please put the questions in. I will read them. Kay said, I'm opposite of being, makes me nervous. How can I improve? You've got to start in small steps. Driving in your neighborhood, 12 right turns, 12 left turns. Learning to go to the end of your street and then making a right turn in the nearest lane. Practice learning how to pull out in traffic. That can be very overwhelming for a lot of us. It might take 30 seconds to pull out, 2 minutes to pull out. Left turns are very tedious too because there's a lot of traffic. Some intersections have a protected left turn. That's that green arrow. So why do I feel like the examiner was out to fail me? My question for you, Hadel, did you turn right on red when you weren't supposed to? Did you go over the speed limit? What did you do that the examiner felt was a dangerous maneuver? They will tell you. And then at the end, they will tell you what happened. Ask those questions. I'm on the highway when I merge. What should I do when the vehicle won't let me get in my lane? You're either going to have to accelerate and go over the top or slow down and go over the bottom of the vehicle. Traffic on the expressway has the right of way. So maybe you were going too slow. And then the car on the expressway was like, oh my God, this car is going too slow. So you have to look over your shoulder, pick a gap and go. Merging takes practice. Just got my permit 2 weeks ago. You're welcome. I'm glad I could help you. Make sure you drop a diamond, drop a like, drop a heart, drop, glitter. And I want to continue to help you. This is like my virtual class. So I'm blessed to be here. I want to answer all your questions. Tell your friends. Come on in. Let's get it going. Parking tips. You want to go into an empty parking lot and practice pulling in stall parking spots. 5 on the left, 5 on the right. Then you want to go into a parking lot, maybe at a shopping mall that has angle parking. You want to go down the aisle, practice going into the right, split it in half. Then down the aisle, practice going to the left. You always have to practice your, what's up, Lulu? You always have to practice your maneuvers because parking, you have to work. Thank you. I really appreciate you. 100%. I'm blessed to help all of you. If I can inspire you, enrich you, help you, that's what it's all about. And this is what I do full time as a certified driving instructor. And in the end, I teach my students, and then we drop off the paperwork, and then about a week you get your license, right? Keep going, keep asking these questions. I'm here for you. You got an instructor, ask these questions. Driver instructor pre-tips. You want to make sure your seat is adjusted properly. Wear thin sole shoes. Crocs are good shoes. Converse are good shoes. You're welcome, Nicole. You're welcome. I'm 100% here for you. Pre-driving trips. Great question. Leads coming with you want to make sure your tires are in pretty good shape. You have an emergency kit. You have jumper cables. Your oil is full. Your belts and hoses are in pretty good shape. A lot of you will drive to an amusement park. You go to Cedar Point. You might go to Chicago. It's hard when your car's not in good shape. And then when you go to an expressway, it doesn't work real good. Great questions. I'm here for you. Ask more questions. I'm going to continue. So in certain situations, you will be a little bit nervous. Driving on the interstate with huge trucks. That's a totally different experience than driving around your city, around your state. When you're on the interstate, going to Florida, going to Texas, you have multiple semi-trucks in all three lanes. You want to stay out of the way of big trucks. There are 4 blind spots, left side, right side. What's up, Bianca? Left side, right side, front, and back. Stay out of the no zones. You should be passing on the left whenever possible. Are there any tips for backing up? You want to look out of your back window when you back up. But if you have a backup camera, that's still not going to help you because you could run over a little kid's bike. You could run over something or someone. When you back up, if you turn your wheel to the right, the rear will go to the right. The front will swing out to the left. If you turn your wheel to the left, the rear will go to the left. The front will swing out. Should you go ahead or wait when you're driving in heavy trucks? Here's what trucks want to do. They want to get out of your way. They call cars, what's up, Elijah? They call cars four-wheelers. Make your maneuver, turn on your blinker, and go. But what's up, Ray? Easier said than done, right? You have to let people know what you're doing. You got to use your blinker. You got to look. And a truck sees you, you have 2, 3, 4 seconds, and then you have to keep it moving. You've got to keep it moving. And if you hesitate or pause, the trucker's like, oh my God, I have 60,000 pounds. I have 80,000 pounds. And then now all of a sudden, they are like, oh my God. So you got to get going. A lot of times when I drive students, we're merging on and we're about 1/4 mile from the end of the expressway. And I'm saying to myself, please push the gas. Please push the gas. So you got to merge out there and get going. What's up, Diamond? Right? Keep the questions coming. I'm here for you. Right? So let's continue. How do I get over anxiety while driving beside big trucks? What you need to do is practice merging out. Buy trucks, push that gas pedal, and get up to speed. If you hesitate and you're scared to push the pedal, you have to abandon your merge. That's one of the most difficult and anxiety-filled things that I've seen in my career. A lot of beginning drivers just hesitate. So all I tell my students, push the gas, accelerate, get up to speed. And then most of the time, we're coming out about 45, 55. What makes a good driver? A driver who is coachable. Leads, love the questions. A driver who is coachable. A driver who is willing to have good speed control. A driver who understands dangerous situations. Example, it's at night. What's up, Kay? It's at night. What's up, Gabrielle? What's up? You increase your following distance. If it's snowing, reduce your speed. If it's at night, make sure your car's in great condition. It takes about 10 years to become a good driver. Good drivers make sensible decisions. Sometimes you won't be able to drive and because the weather's so bad, right? Good drivers don't take unnecessary risk, okay? If it's raining and it's really difficult to drive, maybe you need to pull over. If you have to drive, You might turn on your four-way flashers, your front and back flashers, then you drive at a slower speed. That's happened to me a few times. In the rain, I had a student a couple years ago. We were driving in a tornado, really heavy downpour, right? And we dropped our speed to about 25 miles an hour. I told her, turn on your four ways. We kept the car straight. We were going slow. I have goosebumps thinking about it. I don't know if you guys can see. I have goosebumps thinking about it. So you will have those moments, and you have to take your time. Stay away from trucks. What's up, Jaden? I don't know how sensitive the pedals are. You want to wear thin sole shoes. A lot of beginning drivers, I don't have any real thick shoes. If you wear old Nikes, no shade on Nikes, you want to wear thin sole shoes. What's up, Olivia? Crocs, Converse are good shoes, so you can feel the gas and brake pedal. If you're slamming the gas and brake, you're going to panic. If you hit the gas, the car lunges forward, you're going to get off the gas. And if we're making a turn and you lift your foot off the gas, we've lost 3 or 4 miles an hour. Okay, great question. Keep it up. Let's also talk about, so type in your questions. I want to talk about a great driving teacher. Great driving teachers they have a thorough understanding of the driving laws, right? They understand the rules and regulations. Every 2 years, I have to recertify, fingerprints, doctor's examination, and do a professional development. So good instructors are always growing. I'm growing on here with you by asking you questions, and you can ask me questions. No stress, no anxiety. I'm here. I'm going to be on here a long time. I want to help you, right? So ask those. What's up, Ash? So ask these questions, okay? Feel comfortable, because I'm a very social person. I need a teacher like you. My parents just, Kay, a lot of times parents, they're set in their ways. You can't change them. So you have to understand them. You always want to use your blinker. If you don't use your blinker, you're going to get cut off. What's up, Daniel? So should you learn? Yes, learn a manual. I learned how to drive a manual. I had a Camaro Z28, drove a couple of trucks with manuals. It does take time. I also drove a Volkswagen, and it was horrible. One of the members at the YMCA let me use his car. Before you switch lanes, how early should you turn your blinker? 100 feet, a half a block. Love it. Keep asking these questions. If I'm bad, emergency light. So if you have an emergency, you want to get over to the right. You want to turn on your four-way flashers. Maybe you have a blowout. Maybe your car cuts off, right? Ask these questions. What's up, Lee? Also, good instructors encourage you to grow. You will make mistakes. What's up, Bryce? Keep asking these questions. I'm here for you. Okay, you got a chance to talk to a certified driving instructor, someone who's going to help you and talk to you. Okay, is it okay to drive 100? Only if you're on a race course. Only how to be less nervous while driving. You want to drive in familiar areas. You want to have a good friend with you. You want to drive during off-peak hours. Great question. Patience and empathy. Good instructors are empathetic. I put myself so sad. I had my car for a year, and I've had that happen too. So what you need to do is try to get it fixed, and it's really important. If I'm like an emergency, even if in an emergency, you still need to drive at a speed that is safe and reasonable. You see ambulance drivers, they don't go 100 miles an hour. Why do some vehicles go a little over the speed and some don't? Some people learn how to drive fast. And when you learn how to drive fast, it's going to lead to accidents. It's going to lead to tickets. It's going to lead to a lot of poor decisions. Running lights. Let's pretend you're making a left turn. Their light just turned green, and you're in the middle of the intersection. It's going to be an unhealthy situation. Keep asking questions. Okay. Also, good instructors have how do you check your blind spots? You look over your shoulder. If I ask you to make a lane change to the left, mirror, turn signal, blind spot. But if you turn the wheel like a beginning drivers do, you're going to drift out of the lane. Ask these questions, MI90LO. Ask these questions. Isabella, how are you? Mara Rain Heavy, how are you? What Charger do you have? I have the Hellcat. It's awesome. Clear communication. I feel like I'm just having to be constantly, you do have to constantly be aware of your surroundings. If you're driving in a, hello Tamara, if you have to drive in a downtown area, you got to watch for little kids and pedestrians. If you're driving in the country, when do you use neutral? You use neutral if your car shuts down. It cuts off when you're driving. You put in neutral, you start it up. I used to do an emergency maneuver. I would cut the car off, put it in neutral, and tell the student to start up, because you might have a condition sometime where you're driving on the expressway and your car shuts off. You can't just jam it and park. Tips when turning left and right, correct speed. Okay, you got to squeeze your brakes and go in slow. You use neutral when you go into the car wash because the conveyor belt will pull your car. Okay, what is using the park brake necessary for? If you're parking downhill, you turn your wheels toward the hill, you pull your park brake up. Because if your car slips out of gear, your car will roll down. Good question. Good instructors, backing up and parking forward. You want to look out and check the curb line. You learn how to pull into the curb and keep it even. Keep asking these questions. You guys are awesome. Next, good instructors are patient. What does the parking brake have to do? The parking brake locks the rear tires. That's what it does. So it's a manual brake. 4D. 4D is, some transmissions have 4 gears, 5 gears, 6 gears. They have overdrive. So if you're going downhill, you might shift it into a different gear. Great question. What's up, Logan? How you doing? What's up, Jessica? Keep asking these questions. In one of your videos, you were, there is a road testing facility there. What are peak hours? 6:45 to 9:45. 3:15 to 5:15. Those are your peak hours. You're going to have a lot of traffic. What's up, Biggie? What's up, Kay? You're going to have a lot of traffic. You're going to have people who are tired, who are hungry, who want to go home, and they don't want to deal. Thank you for the roses. That means so much. Thank you for the heart. Real. I want to keep bringing you value. Leads, thank you. I'm here. Keep asking those questions. I'm learning from you. You're learning from me. And I want to bring all of you value. So if you guys really feel like this is value, drop a rose. Drop a heart. Okay? I want to keep going. I'm going to be here for a while. We got a great setup. And I want to ask your questions. So you have a chance to ask a state-certified instructor questions. And you can get your questions answered. What's up, Sarah? How you doing? What's up, Mimu? How do you stop at stop signs correctly? You want to squeeze your brake about 4 cars back. Great question. And then you want to stop at the stop bar or stop line. After you stop for 3 seconds. Now, I made a post, someone said, stopping for 3 seconds, no one does this. So I looked it up. You want to stop anywhere from 3 to 5 seconds. Okay? Any advice for people that beginners have a problem? Good speed control. A lot of beginners drift to the right or you drift to the left. So it's like walking down the hallway at school. You want to aim high. Do you know a good website or videos to learn the written test? Mine. Look at mine. I have Kahoots. I have Quizlets. Look at my profile. How do you use your blind spot mirrors? In your mirror, there's a little icon. It could be a car. It could be a mirror. If someone is in your blind spot, it's going to blink. But you still have to look over your shoulder. Those blind spot indicators help you become a better driver, but ultimately, you still got to look over your shoulder. You still have to do that. Okay? Let's keep it going, man. Let's keep going. Okay? I want to keep growing, keep asking questions. I want to set a new goal. Let's continue getting better. Ask these questions. Okay? Keep asking questions. I'm here for you. I set a new goal. Let's talk. Let's reach this goal. All right. E said, how do I make turns easier? I have my license, but I feel like... So if you go in too fast, if you go in under 30 miles an hour, then you will lose control. You'll overturn. A lot of beginning drivers go in too fast. They go into the left lane and overturn the wheel. The rear of the car will spin out. So you've got to go under 20 miles an hour. And in the wintertime, the road is cold. You're going to spin out. So go in slower. Do you recommend buying the big? Those mirrors are pretty good, but you got to look over your shoulder. Those mirrors are good. They help increase your visibility. Like my hands are the blind spots, but you still have to look. You got to look over your shoulder. Just a quick glance. Okay, great question. Keep these questions coming. Okay? So, good instructors have a positive attitude. I try to be really positive. I try to encourage all of you to reach your goal. And I've been positive before this, and I'll be positive after. Let's keep this thing going. Keep asking questions. Even if I can see, you still have to look, because let's pretend right here there's a car. My mirror won't pick it up. You have to look. The blind spot is between your back door and your front door, right? The mirror will not pick it up. You have to look over your shoulder. There's no other way around it. It's just a quick glance. You make a lane change to the left, mirror, turn signal, blind spot. It's just a quick look. How long is the driving test? About 45 minutes. I have less than a month till I take my driver's test. Any advice? Drive through your neighborhoods. Practice making really good left turns, turning into the nearest lane. Go into a downtown area. What's up, A? Go into a downtown area and practice stopping, looking left, looking right, and making really nice, crispy turns. If it's 15, practice getting your speed up to 15. Drive on the main road. And once you drive on the main road, get up to the speed limit. Biggest tips for taking your road test. Have your car in great mechanical order. They're going to check your blinkers, headlights, taillights. Thank you for the rose, Leeds. I'm going to keep pushing. I'm going to keep bringing it. We need more people like Leeds who really feel like this is bringing value. I need all of you to step up. My day was really good. I drove about 10 hours. My last driver drove really well. We had some motorcycles cut us off. We had a car playing with us. But you know what? I like to see students finish up strong. I'm having a great day, and I'm blessed to be here with you. I get fulfillment out of answering all of your questions, right? I need all of you to step up. What will they ask you on the road test? They're going to ask you to turn on and off the air conditioning or the radio. They want to see if you're going to drop out of your lane. Keep asking, how long does the test take? About 45 minutes. Any good websites to practice driving? Look at mine. I have some Kahoots on there. I have some Quizlets on there. You're welcome. Keep the questions coming. If you feel this is value, Leeds is dropping roses. Leeds asks a lot of questions. If you feel like I'm bringing you value, they didn't. Some instructors don't. Thank you for the rose. Thank you. How do you get into Kahoot? I will put a link there. I'll put a link after this. Stick shifts are pretty good. Here in the United States, about 90% of the cars are automatic. Thank you for the rose. Okay? Thank you. It means a lot. What's up, Carolina? We're asking questions. We're talking about driver's education. If you haven't done so, please make sure you follow me, right? I want to keep growing, keep getting better, keep bringing you value. I know it. Thank you, Leeds. Thank you, Leeds, so much. Thank you. I'm going to keep working hard, and I have new energy, new invigoration. What are the first cars that you recommend? The Kias are pretty nice. You ask me. The Honda's always a good brand name. Some of the smaller Jeeps are really good. Any subcompact. Okay? You want something that's going to protect you. Great question. Keep the questions coming. How do I use the park brake for the driving test? You would stop moving. You would push the little knob in and then pull it up. Okay? Someone else needs to give some rose. Thank you for what? Thank you. That really helps. And I'm going to make more. And I really enjoy this. Right now, I'm trying to connect with you guys, learn where you are, and then help. right? I'm going to support you. That's what I'm supposed to do. And if all of you were driving with me, I would support you, I would help you, I would teach you. Okay, keep asking these questions. Good instructors have positive attitudes. What's up, Maria? They are positive. They encourage you. I'm very encouraging, right? They help their students overcome challenges. A challenge could be merging on an expressway. A challenge could be reverse parallel parking. They give you feedback. At the end of every drive, what's up, Sushi? They give you feedback, and they help you grow. What keeps a driver busy on the road? Many times it's the radio leads. The radio, or maybe you have maybe it's your phone. You can plug it into the computer in the car. You have a custom playlist. Many times when I drive, I had a custom playlist, that Spotify playlist. What's up, Cody? And that helped you. If you're driving from Ohio down to Texas, that's a long drive. So you got your playlist on, you're feeling good, and then you just keep on driving. And then next thing you know, man, I drove 200 miles. Does music? Yes. Real chill music kind of keeps you chilled. Really hype music keeps you hyped. I try to get the music in the middle. I don't want to be too chill where I fall asleep, but I don't want to be too hyped either. What does an airbag light count as a fault? That's a mechanical fault if your car is not operating properly. Good question. Next, observation and feedback. Observing in students' driving performance closely allows the instructor to provide constructive. What's the best car to drive? A subcompact, something under $25,000. You can buy a lot of good used vehicles at auctions. I'm Better 17. How are you? Next, familiarity with roads. I try to take students on familiar roads. Music is very helpful. Hello, Hope. How are you? Hopefully everything's going. Keep answering those questions. Okay? So good instructors give you constant feedback. They make you better. Do you have any tips on back end in the parking spots? You need to put it in reverse. Some instructors will let you use your vacuum camera. Some won't. I want you to look over your shoulder. You can put your right hand on the passenger seat. That will turn your body. You have to look out of your back window. If not, you could hit a car. You could run over someone. Good instructors are very professional, right? A great driving teacher shows punctuality, reliability, maintaining a professional demeanor. They are continually learning. I'm here continuing learning from you because I want to grow and I want to get better. What's up, Owen? So I want you to feel comfortable asking questions. Leads, yes, music does get you hyped up, and it does lead teens to driving fast. It can do that. You are right. So you want to find the music that's in the middle, right? Because your energy will only last for so long. And then after your energy falls off, you're going to be tired. So you could have like a playlist of 20 songs, right? And then after those 20 songs go off, take a break. Go get something to eat. Sarah, how are you? I always get confused with the way to turn my steering wheel when backing. Okay, thank you, Sarah. So you want to turn your steering wheel to the right. The rear of the car will go to the right. The front will swing out to the left. If you turn your steering wheel to the left, the rear of the car will go to the left. Emergency energy drinks. No, I don't recommend them. A coffee's good. A little carbonated pop is good. The energy drinks are going to give you a rush of caffeine, which is not really good for you. It's going to elevate your heart rate. You're going to start sweating. And then once that wears off, you're going to be back down. What are the times you would use your hazards? In bad weather, you could use your hazards. If your car breaks down, you use your hazards. Your hazards are a warning system that alerts other drivers that something is wrong. What's up, Ray? I love the questions. If those brings you value, drop a rose. I'm here. I'm going to be on a long time. I'm here to answer your questions, give you an unbiased opinion, and I want to see you grow. So keep asking those questions. So good instructors are very professional. They want to learn. They want to help you. Alyssa, is there no way where you can... Good. Okay. You want to use your hazards. If you're getting pulled over, you might want... Thank you, Leads. Thank you. Thank you, Leads. 100%. I need everyone else to step up like leads. He's asked a lot of questions, or she's asked a lot of questions. Ask your questions. Advice for perfect parking. First of all, there is no perfect parking. Second of all, you have to work to get good at parking. What does a perfect park look like? Your car's in between the lines. There's space on the left to get out. There's space on the right to get out. If you hug the left, someone's going to hit your left door. If you hug the right, someone's going to hit your right door. For me, I like to park in the back. What if there's no way to get pulled over? Try to drive to the shoulder. What type of parking? Stall parking. That's the most common. Angle parking. High schools, colleges. You can pull up to a store. It's stall parking. What's up, Thomas? Stall parking is one of the most common parking maneuvers. Leads, you got class going on. Let's keep it going. Tips on doing a K-turn or U-turn. First, you want to make sure that you have enough room. You want to signal your intention. And then you do your maneuvers. You make sure it's clear left and right. Great question. If you feel this is value, drop some roses, drop some hearts. Let's continue. Let's keep growing. Let's keep getting better. What's up, pretty me? Let's keep going. I want to set a new goal. Let's keep it going. I'm going for it all. Okay, I set a new goal. Let's keep getting it. I set a new goal of 100 roses. Let's get it. Hello, I'm in 10th grade and going to take driver's ed. Nervous. Any tips? Listen to your instructor, Thomas. Ask questions in class. Instructors love questions. If you're asking questions in class, I'm driving Thomas first. Take good notes. Instructors like to see really good notes. What happens if you start hydroplaning? You lift your foot off the gas. You don't turn aggressive back and forth. I set a new goal of 100 roses. I want us to get there together, right? I set a goal of 10. I want to get 100 roses. If this is bringing you value, drop some roses. I'm here for you. Do you brake? No, Alyssa. If you brake, you're going to spin out of control. You lift your foot off the gas. The tires will slowly plant on the surface. You'll slowly regain control. Don't jerk the wheel. What's up, G, man? You do not want to aggressively turn the wheel or hit the brake. You're going to spin out. Hydroplaning is when your car lifts up on the water. Hydro is water. Plane means lift. So your car's riding on water. I have a goal of 100 roses. I need all of us to, what's up, three-headed goat? I have a goal. I need all of them. What's up, Bianca? What do you do to get your license? Okay, if you are 18 or over, go to the DMV. You're going to take a TIP test, a temporary instruction permit. You're going to take a test. You drive for 30 days. If you're under 18, you're probably going to be enrolled. What's up, Paula? You're probably going to be enrolled in a driver's education program. Thank you for the roses. Thank you. Thank you. You're going to be enrolled in a driver's education program. And thank you, Leads. Leads is real. Keep bringing it, Leads. Hey, you popping it up. You're putting the hats on me and mustaches. So Leads, it's all about preparation. What if you hydroplane, but you need to stop at a red light? You have to try to squeeze the brakes really easily. If you're going too fast and you're hydroplaning, you're going to slide past the intersection, right? Thank you for the roses. Let's keep them coming. I'm at 31. My goal is 100. Keep asking questions. Leads, all-time favorite, right? All-time favorite. Leads is asking great questions. I'm analyzing questions, helping. If all of you feel like, what is hydroplaning? You're going too fast for the road. Your car lifts. Thank you, Leads. It's very motivating to be here and to really motivate all of you. And as a content creator, you see that and you want to keep working hard. What's up, Val? I'm at 31. I need 100 roses. That's my goal. I changed it. I hit 10. I went to 100. I want to show the algorithm, hey, this guy at the funny guy _2, he's really helping people. And I'm blessed. What happens if you get stuck in the snow? Well, you need to have a tow rope, Alyssa. You can buy one at any type of automotive store. and then you can get your car towed out. If you're really deep in the ditch, you're going to have to call a tow truck, and that could be anywhere from $75 to $100. And you could get a ticket for driving too fast for the conditions on the road. Advice benefits for a lot of people. I'm here to help. What's up, Kyle? Yo, mama, what's up? Ask questions. I'm at 31 roses. My goal is to get to 100. What's up, Logan? Ask questions. Okay, I'm going to give you guys some other information. Okay, this is about the road test. You have to practice, practice, and practice. What's up, YouTuber? Spend time where you need to. If it's turning, you need to be going into your neighborhood, working on steering. Alyssa, on the highway, is the left lane. The left lane is for the fast-moving traffic. The left lane is considered the passing lane. You want to be in. If I were driving all of you right now, I would say, guys, you're going to merge out in the first lane to the right. Then you're going to be in the middle lane. No, Angel, a student that's never had a crash. We had a lot of near misses, but I've been pretty fortunate. I try to focus on what the car's doing and ensure safety. A student driver should never be driving fast. We always should be under control and always be ready for different situations. We want to review the basics. Right? The basics could be parking, steering. What's up, Jonathan? Such as signaling, 100 feet or half a block, changing lanes. So far, the first time going on the highway, do you recommend staying? Alyssa, I want to get you right in the middle lane. Because on the right lane, Alyssa, if you're in the right lane, you're going to get cut off by slow-moving cars. And that's going to be a lot of anxiety. I want to get you comfortable. I want to get you in the middle lane. What if a beginning driver makes a big mistake during the test? You could end up failing the test. A big mistake could be running a light, automatic failure. A big mistake could be hitting the curb, automatic failure. Sarah, when parking on a hill, you need to, if you're parking on a hill, if you're parking downhill, you need to pull up the park brake, turn the wheels all the way to the right, because if the car slips out of gear, the car will roll into the curb. If you're parking uphill, right, you want to turn your wheels to the left and pull up your park brake. If the car pops out of gear, the car will roll backwards into the hill. That's a good question. What lane is the slow lane? The right lane. Slower moving traffic always stays to the right. My goal is to get 100 roses. I'm at 31. I need all of you to help me. If I'm helping you and I'm giving you value, Rose, I want to keep giving you guys and ladies value. Ask questions. So you got to review the basics. Parking, steering, turning, right? You have to work on the essential skills. Signaling, lane changing, parallel parking, three-point turnarounds. What is one thing? They go into the turns too fast. They have too much speed control. They are gripping the wheel too hard. They're staring down at the speedometer. Keep asking questions. You want to always listen to your instructor. Thank you, Moonlight. Moonlight, drop some roses. My goal is to get to 100. Thank you, Kay. Thank you, Kay. Thank you so much. This is very fulfilling for me as a content creator because I get a chance to give back to the community. And I can understand you and what you need. I'm at 51 roses. My goal is 100. Kay has dropped 20. Leeds has dropped 26. Ask questions. Okay. Next, use your turn signal, 100 feet or half a block. This lets drivers behind you know what's going on. What's up, Jacob? What's up, Roberts? Ask questions. Sarah asks, when parallel parking, do you start backing up straight first? Yes, you do. Then you turn, Sarah, thank you. Then you turn your wheels all the way to the right. Sarah, drop some roses. I'm giving you value. This is really important. How do you drive good in small spaces like school parking lots? You drive about 10 to 12 miles an hour. You cover your brake because people are running between cars to get to class. I would not go over 15 miles an hour because school parking areas are very dangerous. You have people running in, people running out. You have parents. What's up? What type of students are the best students you like to teach? That's all students. because I'm a people person. I don't judge. I'm here to help. I will help you. Students who listen, who work hard, who participate in class. And sometimes students are quiet, and that's okay too. Sometimes I'm quiet too. You're like, you're quiet? Yes, sometimes I am. If this is bringing you value, drop some roses. What type of students make your job easier? Students who come to class on time, come early, who do their homework, who really do well on the Kahoots and Quizlets. Winter is nearly here in Canada. Do you still recommend people practice? Yes, we have to drive in the winter time. And it's going to take time to learn how to drive in the wintertime. You've got to go slower. You've got to be more patient with yourself. You got to leave earlier. The number one reason why people speed or drive fast is because they are late. So keep asking those questions. My goal is 100 roses. I'm at 51. Abby, what's going on? Marissa, what's going on? Keep asking those questions. Leads is my number one participator. K is number 2. Keep asking these questions. If I'm truly bringing you value, drop some roses. I'm taking driver's ed in the winter. Are there some key tips? Try to drive on the weekends with your instructor. Try to drive when there's daylight outside because it's going to be harder to see. Make sure the driver's ed car, the windows are clean. Make sure you have warm clothes on in case the car goes into a ditch. I've seen those situations before, so you got to dress for the elements, right? Paula, what's going on? If I'm bringing you value, send some roses. My goal is to get to 100. I'm going to be in here for a long time. Keep asking those questions. I'm here for you. What's going on, Valerie? So you got to review the basics, work on your turns, work on your speed control. What happens if you get pulled over for something you have no idea? Well, if you get pulled over, you want to pull over to the side, turn on your four-way lights, turn on the interior dome in your car so the officer can see you, and relax. Have your insurance, registration in the car. Tips for driving at night, make sure your windows are clean. Make sure your headlights are in great condition. Make sure you wipe off the inside of the window. Great question. I need people to drop more roses. Send some roses. Will you do more of these? Yes, Valerie. I just set it up. I had it set up, Paula, is having your permit taken. This is my first time going live like on the computer, and it's awesome. Usually I go live on the phone. And, people are going crazy in the parking lot. What's up, Ghost Girl? Do you recommend having tents? No. The tents make it hard. The tent does what? It reduces light coming in. You as a beginning driver, you're learning how to see at night. You're learning how to see when it gets dark. But if your car came with a light tent, that's okay. I need help with speed control. Sometimes you have to learn to push the gas and accelerate, right? Keep asking questions. If this is really bringing you value, drop some roses. Send some roses. My goal is 100. I'm at 51. If this is truly bringing you value, K dropped 26. Leads dropped 26. K put a mustache on me. It's all good. Danny did good, so keep asking these questions. Tips for turning. Reduce your speed. Turn in, hand over hand, turn out. Accelerate out of the turn. If you hit the gas in the middle turn, you will lose control. You turn over in the other lane, you're going too fast, Valerie. Go slower into the turn, then accelerate out. Listen to your instructor. If your instructor tells you you're going too slow, do you recommend having a new driver? I think it's a good idea. A lot of people might mess with you a little bit, but you need to let people know. You won't know everything. Keep dropping those roses. Keep dropping those roses. If you feel it's real value, what's up, Hillary? Hey, Kelly, if you feel it's real value, you'll drop some roses. How do you know you can turn? I'm scared that I'm going. Well, you've got to look where you go. A lot of beginning drivers just look straight. If you're making a right turn, you've got to look to the right. If you're making a left turn, you have to look to the left. So keep asking these questions. This is great. Having Logan, How many attempts do you have on the road test? You have one attempt. If you don't meet the standards, you'll fail, and then you can take it again in 24 hours. Do you recommend beginner drivers take long trips? I would say about an hour. Great question. Keep asking these questions. My goal is 100 roses. I'm at 51. If this truly bringing you value, get me up to 100. That's my goal. Do you think people would mess with you? They will mess with you, but Alyssa, if you don't have it on, they're going to expect you to drive at the speed limit. They're going to expect you to make a lane change at appropriate speed, right? How many hours should you have before starting? After around 5 hours, I try to get students on them drive 4 or drive 5. It depends on the driver. It depends on where you and your instructor feel you are. This is why you have to listen. What's up, Bob? This is why you have to listen to your instructor and ask him or her when you think. Pay close attention to the examiner's instructions. Observe the speed limit, right? Brandon, U.S., is there a limit on the amount of time you can drive? No. Yo, father, keep McLoving, baby. Keep asking questions. How do you make the perfect stop? You have to learn to squeeze your brake just before the car rolls. So you want to use the ball of your foot. A lot of beginner drivers have their foot to the edge. Have your foot in the ball. 10 and 2, 9 and 3. Those that hint 10 and 2, up 9 and 3, 7 and 5. It depends on how long your arms are. Great question, Logan. You have to practice your parking. If you don't practice your parking, you won't learn how to park. Okay? How long is the driver's ed course? It depends on what state or country you're in. Here in the United States, it can be 6 hours, 8 hours, 10 hours of in-car instruction. It could be 24 hours of in-class, 2 hours a day. It could be 30 hours. It varies from state to state, province to province. How do you deal with big traffic, especially if you're a beginner? I would stay in the middle lane. I would drive at a good flow. I would keep 2 or 1.5 cars of room between me. It's a car length for every 10 miles an hour. So if you're traveling at 40, you should have 4 car lengths. If it's 50, 5 car lengths. You want to have good speed, good space, because if someone panic stops, Sarah, your question went fast. Do you keep up or slow down when changing lanes? You want to maintain your speed. Sarah, you're asking good questions. Sarah, do me a favor. Drop some roses. Send some roses. If I'm truly bringing you value, drop some roses. I need all of you to drop some roses. My goal is to get to 100. That's my goal. Will they ask me, what will they ask me? They want to see great speed control. They want to see you stay in your lane. They may ask you some questions on safety. You have to use your turn signal 100 feet or half a block. What about impatient drivers? You let them pass you. If they want to pass you, they will. Thank you, Leeds. Thank you, Leeds. 100%. I appreciate you, Leeds. I'm at 75. Leeds believes in me. Thank you. I am at 80%. 88, 90. Oh, my God. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. How do you get rid of fear of driving? You have to drive at off-peak hours, not during rush hours. You need to go into your neighborhood and work on right turns, left turns. You need to have a good friend with you who will give you support when you have those panic moments. You need to leave room with you. I would go into the right lane and learn to keep up your speed. But when you're in the right lane on a main road, cars are going to pull out in front of you. Hey, how are you? Thank you so much. Okay, is it all? You always want to make sure you got to see the rear of the tires on the ground. That's right. You always want to see the rear of the tires on the ground. Guys, let's keep it up. Ask more questions. I'm here for you. Is it okay to speed past a semi? You want to get out of those blind spots immediately. I want to say stay on the gas. I don't want to say speed. If you hide behind a semi, they won't see you. So get in and out. I'm sure you've answered this already. How do you stay in your lane? You want to look ahead, aim high. A lot of beginners look at the line to the right. You go off the road. You want to aim high and look down like walking in the hallway at school. Aim high. When you feel pressured, your question went, when you feel pressured on the road, what should you do? Maintain good speed. If you start speeding up, you're going to lose the space in front of you. What's up, Brooke? What's up, Nico? So keep asking questions, okay? I got some messages. Let's take a look. Okay, keep asking those questions. What is the most important thing to know on your driver's test? Rules of the right of way. Being a defensive driver. Not hitting an object. If you're making a right turn and you overturn, you're going to hit the curb. That's automatic failure. Not performing a dangerous maneuver. A dangerous maneuver would be not yielding for traffic and you turn in front of a car. A dangerous maneuver would be you make a lane change, mirror, turn signal, blind spot. You don't check your blind spot, you cut off a car. That would be considered a dangerous maneuver. You want to follow the traffic rules, signs, and signals, right? You want to continue to elevate and get better. How do you maintain the middle of your lane? You look ahead. The lines are references. A lot of beginners stare to the right, like I'm looking to the right. You're going to drift off the road. So you want to look ahead and aim high. If you squeeze the wheel really hard, you're going to be drifting out of your lane left or right. I'm here answering driver's education questions. If you just popped in, tell your friends. I'm enjoying this, and I will continue to go live and get better. I'm going to set a new goal. Okay, I want to keep going and keep getting better. That's what it's all about. Keep going and keep getting better. Sarah, is it a good idea, in your opinion, to warm up the car? If you live, you know what? Let the car warm up for a couple minutes to get lubrication through the engine. You want to make sure your car is ready to go. If you're leaving home in the morning, then what I need you to do is make sure your car's warmed up, your defroster's on, and your windows are clear, your mirrors are clear. And then you can go on your way, right? Great question, Sarah. Sarah Kurt, great question. Sarah Kurt, drop some hearts. Okay, I'm bringing you value. I want to keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's drop some more hearts. Ask these questions. I love it. Okay. When do you take a gap? If there is a safe amount of room and you can pull out without cars changing lanes abruptly. If you can pull out into a gap and you can gradually pick up speed. Great question. Leads by far, asking the most questions. And I'm trying to give answers. How do you reverse park? You put your foot on the brake, you put the shifter into R, you look out your back window, you cover your brake, and you back up slowly. If you want to go to the left, you turn to the left. If you want to go to the right and backing up, turn to the right. What's up, Tim? What's up, Olivia? My goal is to get as many roses as possible. What are the defrosters and how do you turn them on? On your dashboard or by your radio. The little red area makes it hot. The little blue area makes it cool. So every car has a little bit of different of an instrument panel, but it will tell you. How do you deal with reckless drivers? You give them room. You give them space. They want to get where they're going. You let them go because they're going to speed and cut off you, cut off other people, and you have to not take it personal. A lot of beginning drivers take it personal, and as a result, they blame themselves. It's not you. I'm driving on the freeway for the first time next week. I'm really nervous. What should I do? You want to get into the first right lane, get comfortable going at highway speed or freeway speed. Some areas around the country, it's 75. Okay? Some areas is 70. Some areas is 65. Get into the right lane. What's up, Life Lessons? Then once you get comfortable, you need to get into the middle lane. You're going to have to drive a little bit faster, but it's going to be smooth because the right lane, you have semi-trucks merging on. You have people coming on who could cut you off. The left lane is the passing lane. Life lessons, hello, you're awesome. Oh, thank you. Life lessons, that means a lot. Life lesson, drop some roses. I want to keep growing. Aiden, what's going on, man? What's up, Aiden? I'm so happy for you. So happy for you, Aiden. Love it. Love it. I'm very happy for you. Aiden has worked hard. Are you, you know what? I'm blessed to be here, and there's some good content creators, and I'm learning from all of you, and I'm just being myself. What does neutral do? Okay, if you're going into a car wash, you put it in neutral because you're on a conveyor belt, and if your car's in drive, you will ruin your transmission. Okay, that's what neutral is for. Not just going through car washes, but neutral disconnects the motor from the transmission. How do you enter a roundabout? You want to go in about 15 miles an hour, 15 to 20. You yield for traffic already in the roundabout, and once you yield, then you accelerate through. Great question. Keep the questions coming. Drop more roses. This is bringing you value. Drop roses. How long should you leave a signal on? 3 blinks, 5 blinks. Because, hey, Kevin, we recognize the light in our eyes, so we need 1 blink to recognize, another blink to understand, and the third blink, okay, this person wants to get to the left. What happens if you don't stop for a school bus? If the red stop arm is out, you're going to get a ticket. The school bus driver will call the police. Where else would you use neutral? If your car is being towed, if your car breaks down, one of your friends comes with a tow rope, you will put your car neutral. So I gave you 2 reasons why you would use neutral. There you go. How much would a ticket be for not stopping a school bus? Let me find out. Keep going. I will find out right now. How much would a school bus ticket violation be? It's going to be between $100 and $500. It's going to be a civil infraction. You can have up to 100 hours of community service. So it's pretty high ticket. Why? Because kids are on the bus. And if you ignore that, you could injure a kid. What's the difference between traffic circle and traffic roundabout? They're the same thing. Let me see. What's the difference between a traffic circle and traffic roundabout? A traffic circle is a series of T intersections. Each T may be controlled differently. A roundabout is a series of crossing intersections. Thank you, Sarah. I believe 200 to 300 because my husband is the school. Yes. Thank you, Sarah. Sarah, drop some roses if you haven't already. Drop some roses, Sarah. Great questions. Keep these questions coming. How much does insurance cost? Okay, depends on what state you're in. What city are you in? What type of car do you have? How old are you? Typically, people under 24 years old, 25-year-olds will pay the highest rates. Why? You have more accidents. You have more tickets. Right around 24, 25, common sense. What's up, Randy? Common sense takes over. Usually you're out of college. You might be settling down, get ready to have a family. So the car, if you live out in the country and you have a car that is less likely to get stolen, you're going to have lower insurance. It could be $150 a month, $200 a month. You have to have insurance. Great question. Guys, let's take about 5 to 10 more minutes, and then let's get it going. If this is bringing you value, drop a rose. I'm here for you. All right? Be patient. Don't rush through the test. Thank you, Sarah. That means a lot. How early does a semi-truck turn on the blinkers? I'm afraid of going by them and getting hit. I think as soon as they see a potential hazard coming, they're turning on the blinker. What do you like about the Hellcats? They're very powerful. I love the supercharger whine, and they demand respect. How do you stay centered in your lane on narrow roads? You want to look in the middle of the road. I love it. Thank you, Sarah. It means a lot. I want to continue going. I'm trying to get up to 10 roses. I need all of us to put how early do somebody, okay, 100 feet, a half a block. So if a truck is next to you, should you speed up or slow down? You want to speed up to get out of the blind spot. What's up, soybeans? I love it. Soybean boy, right? Great questions. If you feel I'm answering your questions and you're getting value, drop a rose. How do you keep your car under control in heavy rain? You want to, thank you, Sarah. You want to lift your foot. You do not want to go over about 45 to 50 miles an hour. If you go over 45 or 50, you're going to overpower the tires and you're going to start feeling the car skid left and right. You want your car to be predictable. How do you deal with tight corners? You want to reduce your speed, squeeze your brakes, and gradually go into the turn. What's up, Danny? Keep going. What's up, No? What's up, X? So, patience and empathy. Good instructors have patience and empathy. They're accountable. If you make a mistake, good instructors will say, I'm sorry you made a mistake. I made a mistake. Let's fix that mistake. Every instructor, every student is different with unique learning styles and strengths. A great driving teacher can adapt for teaching to suit individual needs and learning preferences. Focus on safety. Safety should always be at the top of the priority. Driving in rain or snow, reduce your speed, have your windshield wipers on. What happens if you get into an accident and turning right on red and you weren't supposed to? Well, Alyssa, you're going to get a ticket because you made an improper turn. Thank you, Logan, for sending a rose. Keep sending those. I'm new to learning. What's the rose thing? That I think on your phone or something, if you feel I'm bringing you value, there's a button you can push that will give the content creator a rose. It shows the algorithm that this content creator is really engaging with the audience. He or she is answering questions, and you feel you're getting value. So that should be on your phone or computer. What's up, Mill? So you want to focus on safety. In your opinion, what is the best car for smooth driving? I would say a car that has good speed control. Any car can be a good car for good driving and smooth driving. A mid-sized car that is comfortable, that allows you room, that has good safety equipment. They're really good brands. Thank you, Leeds. Leeds is not playing. I mean, that's real. Leeds, I really appreciate you. Right? In 3 minutes, I'm going to be done. Ask your questions. This has been very fulfilling for me as a content creator to help all of you and to give you that value. So I'm blessed. Okay? So I got about 3 more minutes. Ask your questions. Let's keep going. Thank you, Sarah. It means a lot. Really means a lot. 100%. And I want to continue to just allow, so now the question's coming in. Should I pass the semi-truck? Pass the semi-truck, Paula. Don't play around. Thank you, Leeds. Leeds, it's truly been awesome because you know that I care. And Leeds, you're the type of student that I would gravitate toward. All of you are awesome. Leeds, I really appreciate you. 100%. If you take your parents' car without permission, they could, well, you're their sibling, you're their son or daughter. You should be okay. Thank you, Logan. Logan, thank you. I appreciate that. What's up, Bianca? Okay, I got about 2 minutes. Does heavy wind yes, if you buy semi-trucks, will driving my instructor mark me down if I, no. Your instructor will tell you, okay, good instructors don't want you to hang around trucks. They want you to keep going. You don't want to go over the speed limit. Trucks have to drive at a state national speed limit. Usually it's 55 or 60. If these trucks are going faster than that, they get a ticket, it's a heavy fine. Don't hang around trucks. Either slow down and increase your following distance or make a lane change and get away from the truck. That's what I want to see. I have 2 minutes left. What's up, Blossom? I have 2 minutes left. Answer your questions. I will go live again tomorrow. I've learned a lot. Thank you, Alyssa. Alyssa, drop some hearts. What is your opinion on the safest car? Cars that have airbags, anti-lock brakes. A lot of the cars from 2015 on are pretty good cars. Find a brand that has good safety features. Look at the crash ratings or the crash worthiness of the cars. How do you merge if there's no room to merge? You slow down and you go behind, or you speed up and you go on top. If you panic and do nothing, you're going to be running off the road because the drivers don't know you want to merge. So you have to have a blinker. You have to let people know what you're doing. I have 1 minute. If you have questions, put them in. Thank you for hanging out with us. It's awesome. Thank you, Leeds. I really enjoy you and all of you. Leeds, thank you for being awesome. You really encouraged me to go live more, answer more questions, and to be more caring. I want to thank all of you. I appreciate you. I'm going to go now. Bye, guys. I want to say thank you. You guys are awesome. I really, really appreciate you. Bye, guys.